Most people treat $100,000 like a finish line. They reach that sixth figure and immediately start thinking about flashy upgrades and visible rewards. But if you are between the ages of 40 and 60, you know that reaching this milestone is actually the starting gun for a much more important race. It is the moment where you transition from merely earning money to building a financial fortress that can protect your family for decades. Imagine watching your wealth multiply quietly in the background while everyone else is scrambling to keep up with the latest trends. In this deep dive, we are going to explore 7 stealth habits that transform $100,000 into lasting generational wealth. Each of these habits is designed to compound your advantage while keeping your progress invisible to the world. We will cover everything from locking in a bulletproof safety net to the strategic trick of buying back your time. By the end of our discussion, you will know exactly how to make your $100,000 work harder and quieter than ever before. Let us begin with habit number 1, which is cementing your $100,000 safety net. Hitting 6 figures is a thrilling achievement, but without a fortress like emergency fund, market volatility can send your progress spiraling downward. At this stage of life, you do not have the luxury of waiting another 10 years to recover from a financial disaster. Start by calculating your bare-bones monthly expenses, including your mortgage, utilities, groceries, and insurance. Multiply that total by 6 to 8 months to find your target safety number. Park that specific sum in a high-yield savings account that offers at least 4 to 5% annual percentage yield. Unlike the low interest rates of the past, today's market allows your cash reserves to actually grow while remaining completely liquid. Consider using a money market fund or short-term certificates of deposit to squeeze out slightly higher returns for a portion of this fund. Set up an automatic transfer every payday so your emergency stash rebuilds itself whenever you need to withdraw from it. With this habit locked in, a 20% market drop or a sudden job transition will not trigger a panic sale of your assets. You will have the mental peace to sit tight and stay focused on the long game. This safety net does more than just protect your downside. It empowers your upside. When you know your essentials are covered, you can confidently deploy new capital into undervalued assets during times of turmoil. While others are fretting about the news, you are quietly focused on compounding your growth. Habit number 2 is a concept I call budget up, but lifestyle flat. When your balance crosses that $100,000 mark, the urge to upgrade your lifestyle becomes almost overwhelming. That shiny new luxury vehicle or a premium home renovation might feel like a well-deserved reward. However, the quietly wealthy understand that these are often traps that lead back to the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle. Instead of expanding your spending, you should freeze your baseline expenses exactly where they were when you hit 6 figures. Use a professional budgeting application to categorize every single dollar that leaves your bank account. Identify your permanent luxury baseline and commit to staying within it, no matter how much your income grows. When you receive a raise or a bonus, do not let that money enter your checking account for daily spending. Instead, automate that increase directly into a low-cost index fund or a retirement vehicle. If you earn a $10,000 raise on a $100,000 salary, that extra capital can nearly double in a decade if invested at a 7% return. By keeping your day-to-day costs flat, you effectively starve lifestyle inflation and supercharge your compounding. This is not about deprivation. It is about a strategic upgrade of your future self. Freeze your present standard of living, invest the entire difference, and watch small raises ripple into massive life-changing gains. Habit number 3 involves learning how to negotiate as an equal. Walking into any negotiation dressed in plain, modest clothing signals that you are price-sensitive and value-conscious. Whether you are discussing a rent renewal, a new service contract, or even your next salary increase, a modest presentation flips the leverage in your favor. Research shows that consumers who simply have the courage to ask for a discount save an average of 10% off the list price. That might mean saving $2,000 on a $20,000 purchase with just one conversation. On a larger scale, shaving even a fraction of a percent off a mortgage rate can save you tens of thousands of dollars over the life of the loan. Arm yourself with current market data and know the rates offered by competitors before you start any discussion. Set a clear threshold where you are willing to walk away if the terms do not meet your requirements. Schedule quarterly reminders to renegotiate your recurring bills, such as insurance premiums and subscription fees. Every dollar you shave off a sticker price is another dollar that works quietly in your investment portfolio for decades. Habit number 4 is the automation of your milestone savings. The moment your portfolio crosses $100,000, you should remove the question of whether to save from your daily decision-making. Start by setting up tiered rules in your payroll or banking system that trigger automatically. For example, when you reach $110,000, increase your investment rate by 1%. When you hit $125,000, bump that rate up by another 2%. This system ensures that your savings rate scales proportionally with your success without any manual effort. You should also funnel at least 50% of every windfall, such as tax refunds or dividends, back into your core index funds. Activate the automatic reinvestment and rebalancing features on your brokerage account to maintain your target asset allocation. This hands-off system crushes decision fatigue and blocks the temptation of impulse splurges. It turns every paycheck and every market gain into fresh fuel for your compounding engine. By the time you approach the $200,000 milestone, these automated rules will have built an unstoppable momentum. Habit number 5 is perhaps the most important for those seeking peace of mind, which is cultivating stealth wealth. In a world that is obsessed with showing off, the quietly rich have mastered the art of digital and social invisibility. They never post about their pay increases, their portfolio gains, or their luxury purchases on social media. Public bragging is often a beacon for unwanted solicitations, scams, and social envy. To protect your fortress, you should remove specific salary and bonus details from your public profiles. Restrict who can view your financial history and disable data sharing on all major platforms. Consider using a virtual mailbox or a private office address to keep your personal home billing details off public records. Instead of designer logos that broadcast your status, choose timeless, high-quality basics that do not draw attention. Financial milestones should be celebrated only within a very small, trusted inner circle of family and advisors. This disciplined silence preserves your negotiating power and diffuses the social pressure to keep up with your peers. By cutting off your digital breadcrumbs, you thwart identity theft attempts and phishing schemes before they ever start. Stealth wealth is a private fortress where your assets can grow undisturbed by external noise. Habit number 6 is reinvesting your gains with a strict strategic focus. Quiet wealth builders treat every dividend and capital gain as seed capital for future growth, rather than spending money for today. They prioritize tax efficiency by maximizing their tax-advantaged accounts and utilizing strategic asset location. If you are over the age of 50, remember that the government allows you to make catch-up contributions to your retirement accounts. For a Roth IRA, this means you can contribute up to $8,000 per year as of 2024. This is a powerful tool to shield your growth from future taxes and ensure that you keep every dollar you earn. Focus your reinvestments on low-cost index funds that track the broad market rather than gambling on individual stocks or speculative trends. Keep a very close eye on expense ratios and move your capital to lower-cost vehicles whenever fees begin to creep upward. Rebalance your portfolio every quarter to trim your winners and add to your underperforming assets, maintaining your long-term strategy without emotion. View every gain as an opportunity to plant another growth seed for the next decade of your life. Finally, habit number 7 is the ultimate secret of the wealthy, which is buying back your time. The quietly rich treat their hours as their most precious asset, worth far more than any bargain or discount. Map out your weekly tasks and ruthlessly outsource anything that costs less per hour to delegate than you earn. This might include household chores, yard work, or administrative tasks that drain your energy. Leverage modern tools and services to automate your daily logistics so you can focus on high-value activities. Whether it is hiring a professional for tax preparation or using artificial intelligence to summarize reports, your goal is to reclaim your schedule. Calculate your time return on investment with every major decision you make. Spending $25 on a service that frees up an hour of your time is a strategic investment, not an expense. Use these reclaimed hours to focus on your health, your family, and the deep work that will fuel your next major breakthrough. As your wealth grows, you should scale this habit by building small teams or partnerships to handle increasingly complex responsibilities. By buying back your time, you transform your hours into productive assets that support your vision for the future. You now have the full blueprint for stealth wealth at the $100,000 milestone. From locking in your fortress of a safety net to protecting your privacy and buying back your time, these habits are your foundation. Your next move is simple but critical. Pick just one of these actions and implement it within the next hour. Whether that is setting up an extra 1% automatic transfer or tightening your privacy settings, that single step is the entry fee to your future freedom. If these strategies have shifted your perspective, consider how they might help someone else in your circle who is aiming for real growth. The path to lasting wealth is often quiet, boring, and invisible, but the results are undeniably powerful. Thank you for focusing on the long game and for taking control of your financial destiny today.